Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. We are in Bruma, where I am going to first find a place to rest.
The children are starving.
And then go ahead and handle whatever quests I can handle in here. I'm not sure how many I can take in Bruma, because I'm not actually that familiar with the quests in Bruma. Aside from the main quest, that is.
What
Yo.
can I do?
Give me a bed.
I've got a room, and a cheap one at that. You're looking for one?
Yeah, sure.
Right then. Head up the stairs. It's the first door
Because I need
on your
to
right.
level up.
Remember, I didn't say it was clean. I said it was cheap.
Okay, dude. Tell me about
Countess
Bruma
is
along here.
Heartland Nibanian. And so are most
I
guildsmen
might want
and
to talk to the
chapelmen.
Countess.
But most others are as Nordish as you'll find.
Okay. How about rumors?
I've heard Edla Darkheart was once an assassin.
Oh, really now? Okay, so
Good
let's go
journey to you.
go rest in the bed. Just for an hour. Just enough to level up. So, once more I'm going to boost my luck. Now, I really want to boost my endurance, but +2 is like brutal, especially when I've got a +5 here. And it's not really going to help much, but that's really not going to help much. My intelligence will help. And I guess I'm gonna boost endurance anyway, just because the more hit points you get, the better. That was a weak level up.
Hello.
Hello.
Go ahead, please.
Tell me about Bruma.
I was at Olav's earlier, and I ran into this Dunmer named
Reynold
Draylos.
Dralos.
After a round or two, he told me he was an honest-to-goodness vampire hunter.
Really now? Reynold Dralos.
Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vampire
A
among us.
vampire? Really now? That's interesting.
Apparently, Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures, and Reynolds slew him. Kinda strange, though. I never figured Braden to be a vampire.
So what does it take to
He
be
seemed to be such a likable fellow.
be a vampire hunter? You just accuse people?
You too.
So, wait, that started up a new quest. I should make my way to the crime scene at Braden's house to investigate? Sure, why not? I'm an investigator. Kind of. Sort of. I'm familiar with the methods of crime, so may as well. That would be up in here. Yep. Yo, guards.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves, our Reynold Dralos, will be allowed access.
Really now? Under what authority?
The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details.
Is it now?
I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of information.
Can I try and boost his,
I'm listening.
I'll boost his demeanor real quick.
You should be You're
My
good.
disposition is maxed. Let's ask about him
I
again.
suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Reynold Dralos, we may never have uncovered the truth. Let me explain.
Indeed.
In the last week or so, we've found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks.
Sounds like a vampire, kind of.
The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Raynal arrived in town.
Yeah,
He
how
said he was a
fortunate.
vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point.
Sleeping at noon.
Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home.
Well,
Poor
she's
thing.
like right there.
She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night.
That's interesting.
I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you. So, you can see we really don't need any help, but thanks for the offer.
Okay, well, I will take it from there.
As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But
Ever consider he
vampires are
maybe
masters
wasn't a
of
vampire?
deception, so I guess it makes sense.
Alright. Tell me about Raynal
I'm
Drills.
impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living.
Uh-huh. This is just looking worse and worse.
Someone needs to get Skjorta under control. You'd think Olfand would be the one to do it.
I have no idea who those two are. So much for rumors. Well, how about I talk
anyone
to...
in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble.
What's her face?
I can't believe this is happening.
Okay.
Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me.
Well, what's going on? Just calm down.
Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful.
Yeah, let's talk about things.
This is all happening so fast.
Tell me what
I
happened.
came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly.
Well, that
I heard
doesn't
the Dunmer
quite
identify himself
sound
as Raynal Drelus.
like what the other guy
He
said.
said he was a vampire hunter, and that Braden was his
That
mark.
sounds like a different story than what I was told.
The guards seemed to know about Raynal, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement.
Do you even have a basement?
The guards sent for Carriers, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Raynal convinced Carriers that Braden was a vampire.
The evidence looks bad for... What
Well,
evidence?
of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous.
Okay.
And another thing. The guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire?
Thought so.
It's all that Raynal character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before.
Have you now?
Of course, he says he's never been here. Look, there isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name.
Sure, where do you need me to go?
I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar.
Right.
Olav's Tap and Tack is a good, inexpensive place for travellers.
I love asking for rumors in the middle of like this
I know I sound desperate,
really
but I know I'm right.
intense conversation here. Let me quick save the game in case these guards go berserk.
Excuse me.
Repeated tampering with a crime. Alright, let's see about the basement. Got a murdered beggar down here. Got alluring gaze. Thief of virtue. Nothing really super useful for me. Let's check these crates and such for evidence. Alright, what's in here? Fur helmet. Nothing major. Well, it's got a charm spell. Whoops, I'm gonna grab that venison real quick. Well, is there another way in besides over there? Not really. Man, dude can't even afford a ladder.
Excuse me. Oh, you're back.
Yes, I'm back. Well, tell you what, I'm gonna try and charm. Fuck it. Let's go find the Raynal. Start with some of the merchants and innkeepers in town. If I remember right, the guy that ran into the vampire hunter ran into him over here. So let's talk to the guy I'm staying with.
What can I do?
You can tell me where.
I know I
Tell me
may be
about
out of
Braden
line by saying
Lyrian.
this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard
Yeah,
to
you
imagine
think?
Braden was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken.
All right.
When I heard Raynal killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder.
Maybe you can help me out. Tell me about Raynald Draylus.
I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know.
Let me go ahead and boost his disposition.
What? That works for me.
Disposition is maxed, and it's got some sort of new
I usually don't
guideline.
give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know.
Oh my god. So yeah, I've got to boost it even
Good
more.
journey to you.
Which is fortunate I have this scroll that I just lifted. Let's try and use it, shall we? Okay.
What can I do for you today?
You can tell me about Raynald Draylus.
Raynald's staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key.
Sure thing, man. Thank you.
I always liked
I
Braden
appreciate
and
your
Arlene.
cooperation.
They were...
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I cut that off because I accidentally clicked. Alright, open the door to Raynald's room. I should be carefully search for anything suspicious. Here we go, here's a book. I've discovered a small journal in Raynald's room at the inn. It seems he was part of a group of adventurers who uncovered an artifact of some sort from some Aelid ruins. They all agreed to stash the artifact in a cave until more research could be done about it. Each of them took a key to the chest it was secured in. The two other members of the group were Braden and someone named Gelborn. I need to find out more about Gelborn to confirm my suspicions about Raynald. Olav may be able to help. And shall I read this? No, there's a lot of text. I'm not going to read all that. I will take the journal, though. And I will do a quick sweep just in case there's anything else useful. Nope. Alright then.
What
Hey.
can I do for you today?
What about Gelborn?
Gelborn? That's odd that you should mention that name.
Ah.
Raynald told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn
Yeah, he wasn't a
down
vampire,
and killed
dude.
him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynald and his so-called accomplishment.
Well, that doesn't sound right.
Nothing else I can...
Let's talk to
Just
the
look for
guard
me if
with
you
this
need anything else.
with this book in hand. In fact, I think it's pointing me that direction. Well, this is going quickly.
Hello.
Yo, dude.
So, any new revelations in your investigation?
Yeah, dude.
I'm sure Arlene is very upset. She'll be safe, though. Raynald has confirmed with us that she isn't infected.
Yeah, indeed. He's not a
Her
fucking
accusations
vampire.
that Raynald is lying is not surprising. At this point, she's so upset that she'll say anything to deny what really happened. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either.
Alright, dude. How about Gelborn?
How do you know about that? Ah, too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Gelborn was killed by Raynald not too long ago. Gelborn was a vampire as well, obviously.
No, he wasn't, dude. I disagree.
What do you mean you
I
disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Gelborn was not a vampire?
Look at this book, dude.
I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynald have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynald from Braden's body before we arrived.
So he's probably
To
out
think that two
finding
innocent
this
men were
treasure.
killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless.
Yeah, maybe
I
you
will
should, like,
rouse
help
the
me.
guard and begin a search for
help
him
me
in the
with
city.
this.
Meet me at Olev's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
Sounds good.
Hello.
Hello. Alright, off to Olav's Tavern, whatever. Seriously, it doesn't take an hour to get here. So I'll just wait for an hour, I guess.
Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads.
So he's gone?
Raynor was spotted heading west out of Bruma.
Off to the west.
The scout tried to follow, but lost him
That's
in the
okay.
mountains.
I can find him.
The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Gelliborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave.
Boreal Stone
That must
Cave.
be where he's headed.
All right.
You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape.
So Boreal
I'm keeping
Stone
the
Cave.
city guard in Bruma, as Raynor doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can.
Don't
to
worry,
bring him
dude.
to
I will
justice.
definitely do this.
If he won't surrender, I think you know what to do.
Yeah, I know what to do.
Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him.
So I've got to find him before a day is out.
Please hurry.
Not a problem, dude. I'm on the job. I am on the job. Okay, which direction do I go here? All the way out there. Is there a west gate? Yeah, there's a north gate,
How are you?
which is going to be way up here, right? Yeah.
Hello there.
I think it's the one I came in on. Huh. It's odd, because in my prior playthroughs, I almost never used this gate. Off to find the supposed vampire hunter. We'll find it, no problem. Just gotta go cross country. Good thing I boosted my acrobatics. Run, run, run. There's a lot of random stuff out here that I can go ahead and visit. Alright, well I found Capstone Cave, which is not the cave I'm looking for. Ah, wolf! Oh no, it's a dog. Owned. Animal cruelty! Just took out a dog. Or something. There's a little house in the way. Apple Watch. Oh, come on, I gotta get to the cave. Boreal Stone Cave. Time for a dungeon crawl. I've arrived at the Boreal Stone Cave. Time to investigate this. Oh no, there's water. That sucks.
Congratulations. I had a
Well, here's
feeling you
Raynor.
would catch on sooner or later. Leaving
it's a
that
nice
journal
sword.
behind was a stupid mistake on my part.
Yes, it was.
I saw you enter Olav's Tap and Tack before I could get there, and I knew that I had to sneak out of Bruma somehow.
He looks like half orc.
It was only a matter of time before you
Just
or
a little
Karis
green in the
figured it
face.
out. No matter. After I've killed you, I won't need my vampire hunter ruse any longer.
Yeah, if you say so, dude. You'll
Certainly
surrender?
not. I'm surprised Carriers didn't send the entire city watch up here. But then I would have seen that coming, I suppose.
Just like you saw me.
I expected to lay low for a while and then be on my way. So again, I underestimated you.
Not a problem, dude.
This leaves me with little choice.
Let's duel here.
Either I fight you now and have a chance at freedom, or I surrender and rot in a city dungeon.
Well,
I prefer the chance for freedom.
what if I poison you? This is your last
Yes,
chance.
I suppose it is. Well then, we've talked enough.
Yeah, I know we
Only
have.
one of us will walk out of here alive this day. Good luck.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Not very sporting of me, but oh well. Go ahead and poison this stuff.
I'm just warming up. You.
Come on, dude. Come on.
The best you can do.
No, come on, dude. And there we go. You know, I thought that was a nice sword, but he's barely damaging me. There we go. What kind of sword was it? I've located Raynal in Borealstone Cave. He refused to surrender, choosing instead to attack me. I was forced to kill him to defend myself. I can now recover the artifact mentioned in Gelborn's journal from the chest. I will be taking your Elven Claymore. Oh, nice. There's all light armor, too. Give me a second. I am going to definitely have to readjust my equipment here real quick. Alright, after some examination, it looks like the chainmail is a bonus all around. Still with that dippy little hat, though. That's unfortunate. Now, I still need to clear out some space in my inventory. I need to clear out... Oh. It's like I want to keep this. But it's so heavy. These are 3-to-1 for weight. This is better than that, I think. No, this is worse. So the Elven Claymore is not worth carrying around to sell. Opening the waterlogged chest with all 3 keys, I discovered an artifact to be an amulet. It seems fairly unremarkable, and I am unsure of its function. I think I should bring it back to Erlene Lyrian to see what she wants me to do with it. Sure, I'll take it. Gotta take it back to the Widow. And you know what? Let's explore this place while I'm at it, because this guy had, like, a side corridor here. Maybe there's something else in here worthwhile. Gotta get my dungeon crawl on sometime, huh? Nice. Got some gold. What else we got? Got some gold and some armor upgrades. And a potion. Alright. Better than nothing. So let's go back to town. Off to town. I will see you when I get back there. Alright. To Lyrian's house. Let's talk to What's-Her-Face.
What news do you bring?
Wow, I am making you crane your neck all the way around like an owl. Mundane
Long
amulet.
ago, I made a promise to Braden. I promised to never reveal to anyone what I'm about to reveal to you now.
That your head can turn all the way around?
Because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Braden would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Braden told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it.
And what was that enchantment doing?
The magic masks the true identity of the item.
Alright,
All
so you
it
can
takes is
restore
a
it to
simple command
what
word,
it needs to be?
and the amulet would be restored to its true state.
Do it! Did the word die with Braden?
No. He always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge of that word in the event that he died, and I came into possession of the keys. If the other members of Braden's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed, only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd
Why
give
would
me
they
that
do
amulet,
that if nobody can
I would
use
like
the
to
damn
show
amulet?
you what you've recovered.
Sure, here you go.
Thank you. I will now speak the word.
Head turning all the way around like the Exorcist.
Here is the amulet back. It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember seeing it long ago.
Brotherhood was the key word?
I want you to keep it, as I have no use for this anymore. I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Braden would want.
Alright, no problem. Oops, sorry, skipped your last bit. That was
Justice
my
has been
bad.
done.
I'm doing that a lot. I'm so sorry. Let's see, what did I get from her? It was the Phylactery of Litheness. Is it better than what I've got on my neck? What have I got on my neck slot? I don't think I've got anything on my neck slot. Yeah. Huh. So even though it's a very, very minor enchantment, it's better than nothing. Well, that's one quest out of the way. Let me
Greetings
talk
to you.
see if there's any other rumors or anything.
I overheard a guard mention the Countess is looking for a piece to add to her collection
Oh, so
of
the
Akaviri
Countess may
artifacts.
have something for me to do.
Our taxpayers' drakes at work.
I better get in on some of that, though, really.
Countess Carvane's collection of Akaviri artifacts is known far and wide as one of the most complete. It's unsurpassed even by museum standards.
Well, I'll get on that then.
I've heard that she's troubled by a particular piece that continues to elude her. However, I'm unsure of what it is, as she keeps it a secret.
Well, I'll look into it,
Her
dude.
steward,
Tolgan.
occasionally approaches individuals the Countess feels is worthy enough to seek her prize.
Well, how about I look for Tolgan?
If you're interested in assisting the Countess, you can always seek out Tolgan. He's usually in the castle.
Sounds like a job. Anything else about Bruma?
Just like Skyrim, except for all the tight-ass Heartlanders around. All work and chat.
Tell me what you really feel
No
like,
wonder
dude.
they're so sour.
All right. Tell you what,
You
I will
too.
head up to the castle. Although it is nighttime, so I guess I better wait until daytime.
Yes. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, what are you doing walking around here at night?
Be seeing you.
Oh well. Yeah, let me just go ahead and rest, and then I will head to the castle in the morning.
Today.
Today's your lucky day, so let's
Hey,
hear
wait a
it.
minute. Did I
Well
ever,
met.
did I ever get the
What
rest of
brings
this?
you to me?
Yeah, I wanted to let you know about the end.
You did what had to be done.
The end
Should
of
be
it.
no regrets or doubts in your mind about it. Raynal was an
Got any
evil Dunmer,
reward for me,
and he
dude?
deserved that fate.
Hey, watch what you say about Dunmer. So he does not have any reward for me.
Hello there.
What
What
a
is it
lazy
now?
dude.
How goes?
Alright, let's just rest until morning. Alright, off to the castle.
Hi there.
Just up the hills. Man, there's a lot of stairs in this town.
Greetings.
Greetings to you, too. Off to the castle. I'm going to presume Tolgan's going to be like her right-hand man up here. Come on, are you Tolgan? Yeah, you're
Good
Tolgan.
day. I'm Tolgan, herald to Countess Narina Carvane here in Bruma. She requests your company at your earliest convenience.
Oh, that's nice. What's this regarding?
Countess Carvane would prefer if you speak to her in person. She also said to present you with this stipend as a taste of things to come.
Money for nothing, my favorite thing.
My lady holds court from 8 in the morning until 6
So I
in
just
the
wait
evening
until
each
8.
day. That would be the best time to see her.
Not a problem, dude.
The Countess is in it. If you wish to seek audience with her,
Alright. So I will just hang out until 8 in the morning. Which, it's 8 now. Where's the Countess? Says she's over here. It is 8 in the morning. Let's wait for an hour. Alright, here we go. Countess.
I've heard much about your deeds from my people in Bruma.
All one of
I
them.
trust the stipend Tolgan gave you whetted your appetite.
Sure.
Good point. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Countess
This is the
Narina
first time that
Carvane.
one of the counts has actually
I
summoned
assume you've
me.
noticed all the Akaviri relics I'm displaying.
Sure.
Well, it's safe to say I'm a collector of sorts. I've invested a great deal of time and money acquiring these bits of ancient history.
Got something in my eye.
In fact, I'd be so bold as to proclaim my collection the most complete in all Cyrodill, perhaps even beyond. Except for one thing.
And what is that one thing?
A particular relic has eluded me for many years. Possessing this piece of Akaviri antiquity would make my collection complete.
So you want me to go acquire it for you?
I'm of course referring to the Draconian Madstone.
Nice. That sounds neat. Draconian
The stone
Madstone.
is a fine bit of Akaviri craftsmanship. Worn like an amulet, this talisman is said to protect the wearer from poisons of any type.
That sounds really
the
useful.
Madstone appears as a snake, coiled around and encircling itself. The eyes of the snake are supposed to be precious gems or some such.
So I've got to
Through my
find
sources,
that.
I've learned that the last reported location of the Madstone was the ruins at Pale Pass.
Pale Pass ruins. Yeah, I can go there.
Are you familiar with the history of Pale Pass?
No, I'm not. Are you going to tell it to me? No, I don't care. Yes, except I'm going to say no, so we can get some
back
background.
at the end of the First Era, raiders from the continent of Akavir attempted to gain a foothold here in Tamriel.
Okay.
At that time, the Empire was broken into smaller factions. Raymond Cyrodill decided to unify them and form an army to repel the Akaviri raiders.
You know, Pale Pass is pretty far into the
The
continent.
force became known as the Army of Raymond.
It's near the edge of
The two
Cyrodill, but
armies
it's
clashed in
got
what's
a
now
significant
northern
amount of
Cyrodill.
Skyrim between it and
The
the edge of the
Akaviri
Empire.
were strong and well supplied. But their greatest error was marching through Morrowind on the way
they went
to their
all the way
objective
through Morrowind
and dismissing the response
Pale
it would
Pass.
garner from Vivek. They didn't count on Lord Vivek forming an alliance with the Trident Kings of the Dreg. From Morrowind, he struck at their rear flank.
Yeah, I thought the Dreg were
Not
mostly
only
monsters.
did this make the Akaviri fight on two fronts, it also cut off access to reinforcements and supplies from the sea.
So, wait, who was Raymond Cyrodill? So the Alliance ended the conflict? History
Not
lessons
quite.
are boring.
The army of Raymond knew that the organized Akaviri forces
She is just full
were
of lore,
commanded
isn't
from a
she?
hidden post in the mountains.
So he
Rumors
had to go
placed
to
it in
Pale
a snowy
Pass.
vale called Pale Pass. That's where Raymond focused his attention.
And that's where the Madstone was dropped.
As his forces fought their way across the Gerald Mountains, the Akaviri suddenly surrendered. It was assumed they were overwhelmed and gave up. The only strange part was that the command post and Pale Pass were never found. It was dismissed as a rumor, and the army of Raymond celebrated.
But in fact, it was
It's
just
come to
hidden
my attention that the
in,
post did
Bruma.
exist, and it happens to be the last reported location of the Draconian Madstone.
So I've got to go there. So
If you retrieve the Draconian Madstone
I'll
for
go
me,
to the Draconian
I'll be
Madstone.
happy to compensate you by rewarding you with another Akaviri artifact.
That sounds interesting.
Are you game?
Sure.
I had a feeling you'd accept. Good. Then let me tell you how you're going to find the
I'm
Madstone.
going to go to Pale Pass, and I'm
I've
going to
come
kill
into the
everything
possession
there.
of a diary, written by an Akaviri messenger. I suspect that the text within
Oh, so I've
can
got to actually
lead
follow
you
the
to
text.
the ruins.
No, just following the
Here's a translation of the
map
passages
marker.
we could still read. It was quite damaged. I've also included a rough map that was drawn in the diary as well.
Sure, let me look at
I'm
these
also
things.
providing you with a unique key that was supposedly found with the diary. I'm assuming it'll prove useful when you arrive at the site.
So it's a treasure hunt.
May the path ahead be free of danger.
So let's see what they gave me here. Akaviri Diary translation. I've got to go through that. Where's the map? Where is the map? Pale Pass map. Rock to statue to door. And is it marked on my... No, it's not. So I got to go to a rock, to a statue, to a door. Let me read. I'm going to read the passage in silence real quick, and I will get to you back when I get an idea of where to go. Alright, so that just says go west from Dragonclaw Rock to the Sentinel, and then north from the Sentinel to a portal to the Serpent's Trail. And then onward. So I've got to find Dragonclaw Rock. Where is Dragonclaw?
I'm pleased you
gonna be able
decided
to tell me where Dragonclaw Rock is? No, you are not. Diary?
I paid several scouts to try and find the ruins at Pale Pass before I hired you.
Okay, so you were able
They
to
were
find the
only
first of
able
a
to
series.
locate the first
They
of a
must have
series of
sucked though,
landmarks.
because those directions were
These
super
landmarks
simple.
are mentioned within the diary. The one referred to as Dragonclaw Rock has been located. I'll mark it on your map.
Well, thank you very much.
The rest is up to you. My scouts reported bitter cold and dangerous creatures in the area, so they couldn't proceed.
So off to treasure
Be
hunt.
cautious and return home soon.
Tell you what, I am
May the
going
path ahead be
to
free of danger.
go out and find the Dragonclaw Rock, which is actually marked on my map now, so it should be relatively easy to find up there. And then after that, I will probably go ahead and call it for the day, or call it for the episode, and we will continue in the next one. Well, let's get to Dragonclaw Rock first, because that's relatively straightforward. It is just up this road here. No, not up this road. Up this road over here. I went out the wrong gate. Off to Dragonclaw Rock. Which should not be that far away. In fact, the Sentinel should be right up there somewhere. Well, we'll get there. Whee! Jumping as far as I can without cracking my ankles. Jump, jump. Gotta go cross-country through the mountains. Work on that cardio a little bit. Actually, I need to do that in real life. Not mountains. Dear God, not mountains. But just, you know, run around a little bit. Maybe, you know, not die early. That would be good. Well, you gonna tell me where the rock is? Oh, there's an imp. I have found Dragonclaw Rock. Which one is Dragonclaw Rock? Well, let me get this thing down real quick. There we go. Freaking imp. Is that Dragonclaw Rock? Oh, because it looks like a dragon's claw. Now I get it. Because it looks like a fossilized dragon's claw. Alright. And on that note, I think I'm going to call it here, and we'll go ahead and investigate this route in the next episode. For now, this has been the RPG Crawler with my Let's Play of the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment if you got any feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content, both tabletop and computer. Until next time, take care and goodbye.